attention all three of you. Since y'all are really good at reading lips, I'm sure you know everything I just said. I'm going to repeat myself anyway. Welcome to Trail Talk. I'm so glad you could join us today. We are in the featured artist portion of our gallery, and we're in here because this is day 2 of Youth Art Month. And we love this time of the year because we just get to put art from the many creative students in Stevens County. Well, and we have students who have art that came from Elgin and from Lawton as well. So, I mean, we have a great representation, and we also have some of the artists right here with us. Let me introduce you guys to 3 of our featured artists, Slayer, Benji, and Zach, and they are all from Fame Academy. We are so excited to see Fame's art. You guys are like a part of a legacy around here for Youth Art Month. I mean, Mrs. Pace is just the bomb, and she always just gives you guys these skills to produce these amazing ceramics and mosaics. I mean, they just blow me away. I'm always so impressed with all of the talent. So anyway, they graciously agreed to come and be my guest today on Trail Talk. And so we're just going to get to hear a little bit from them and kind of let you guys have a little look inside Fame and how they use their art program over there, and how the students just, I don't know, it seems like you guys really have an opportunity to thrive at Fame. So let's see, Slayer, tell us a little bit about yourself, like how long you've been a student at Fame and things like that.
I've been coming to Fame for 1.5 years now. I'm planning on graduating from Fame. They've helped me a lot more than any other school has really that I've been to, because I mean, any other school I've been to, all my grades have been real bad. My attendance was bad, but it wasn't because of me as a person. It was just because of the environment I was in. And then whenever I came to Fame, it all kind of changed really. I started coming to school a lot more. I got way better grades. They helped me out a whole lot more. And with my art, good friends, bro. And even with my art, I mean, it's helped me a lot with my stress, my anxiety. It's just, I love Fame. It's helped me so much.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so you said you're planning to graduate. Do you know about how far out that looks like it might be for you?
Next year.
Next year. Oh, awesome. And like, do you have any future plans? Are you thinking about something?
If I was wanting to go to do heavy machinery, but then I kind of thought that was I know it's not like a high ball, like I know I can do it, but something that could be a little easier for me. I was thinking EMT or law enforcement. That's not something I've always wanted to do. But
those are both really great areas. What great areas of service either of those career choices would be. That's fantastic.
I really shoot for EMT because that's what my mom did.
I see that. I'm telling you, people who are EMTs are they're impressive the way they handle stressful situations, probably the highest stressful situation you can imagine. So, well, good luck. I hope all that comes to fruition for you. Benji, what about you? How long have you been going to Fame?
I've been going to Fame since my sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
My freshman year, I moved off to Missouri, went to Kickapoo High School there, came back, continued. Well, I don't know.
Was it Duncan or a surrounding area?
Comanche. I pretty much always went to Comanche. I a few times before or in middle school, I kind of jumped back and forth between Grandview and Comanche. That's actually how we know each other.
Oh, okay.
But in my sophomore year, I was not the best place. I was trying to drop out. So Mr. Dunham put me in Fame.
All right. And are you glad Mr. Dunham made that decision?
Yeah, I wouldn't be very far right now if I wouldn't have stayed in school. I'm a senior now. I'm getting ready to graduate.
In this year?
Yep.
In May?
Yep.
Or good for you. That's awesome. And is this so what has Fame, how was Fame different? How was this program allowed you to keep working hard and finish school?
kind of like what Slayer was saying earlier, the environment of fame is a lot different than like.
Any other public school.
Yeah, like you have a one-on-one relationship with your teachers, whether it be Mr. Hawkins.
Or the
Mr.
principal.
Or
Mr. Russell, Mr. Principal.
Gates,
They're all there for, they're,
all of us,
They're-
and
Well, it's not even like they're separate people, they're all there as one person.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
it's,
That's great.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I used to
Like a
hate.
six-headed single person or something. Yeah.
But ever since my sophomore year, I've actually been able to get up and be like, oh, time to go to school, you know, go to school and get my day done, and actually come home and be like, well, I had a nice day at school.
Wow.
It's weird because I never like looked forward to going to school and.
Yeah.
I came to Fame now, I wake up every morning and I'm excited to go to school.
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness. This making me just feel so, I mean, I feel like my heart's exploding a little bit with just, I love hearing this kind of report. I mean, I know Miss Russell loves hearing it. Russell loves hearing it, but you know, it's just, you guys are just kind of overflowing a little bit with your love for, and you know, appreciation for coming.
I mean,
plus the school has done a lot,
Yeah,
provided us a safe environment.
and I don't know where I would be if I didn't have, you know, because I mean, I was sleeping on streets and stuff before I came to Fame and now
I was,
I'm in such a better place.
yeah, I was trying to drop out.
Right, right. So Zach, what about you?
I'm a senior, I'll graduate this May. I've been attending Fame for 3 years since sophomore year. Yeah, that's about me. Comanche is. So I went to a K-8 school when I was through middle school.
Right, right.
And so that transition into high school was just a little bit harder for me. Switching classes and trying to keep up with everything else. It was,
Mhm.
It's a lot different.
yeah, it's a lot different than Grandview. I went to Grandview all the way from pre-K to 8th grade, which is their last year out there.
Mhm.
And then I went to Comanche freshman year. Luckily, that was cut short due to COVID. But
Oh,
and then I moved to Fame next following year, and I wouldn't have dreamed of doing anything else. It's a pretty cool place.
so did the principal or counselor or somebody refer you there, or did you just, hey, I know Benji's going? I mean, how did that work?
My brother is a graduate through Fame.
Oh, okay.
My mom was the one that did it. I was kind of hesitant about coming at first, but then once it started coming, I was like, oh yeah,
That's how I was.
that's my cup of tea.
I went to community kind of as like my last resort type of thing.
Yeah,
I was
pretty
like, this
much.
is the last time I'm trying public school. And I went up there and then I talked to Mr. Dunham for a while and he was like, what it sounds like to you. He said, it sounds like to me you need to go to Fame. He said, it seems like you'd fit in a lot more at Fame. And I said, I'll go check it out. And then me and China and my girlfriend had went up there. And we looked through all the classes and all that. And then the next day I was up there ready to go to school.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Remember the first day you came to school?
Okay,
walking
so
to us.
do you guys do like any kind of like traditional study like classes at Fame? I mean, what is different? What makes it different from a traditional school? Just to give our viewers an idea of kind of what does a day in the life of Slayer, Benji, or Zach at Fame Academy look like?
Really, for me, I come to school, I do what I need to get done, and then after that, I kind of go home, I don't know, but
I mean,
it's,
Is your curriculum set for you, or do you get to pick?
they kind of show us some classes that they're like, hey, this could go towards these credits. You could do this and this could go towards these credits.
Do this,
They
this
kind of give you
year,
a bunch
this
of
next.
options. Yeah, they give you a bunch of options. It's really helpful.
It honestly is,
It
and
really is. Like, they're not just trying to shove one subject, like, you're doing this. They're like, you can do this for that.
they're not trying to shove it down their throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not like, you're doing.
that's,
Yeah.
for me, that's the biggest thing about Fame is that when it comes to work, it's all work at your own pace.
Yeah.
It's nothing being shoved down. We're not constantly being reminded, you need to finish this or you're gonna have a 0.
Mr. Bowles, mine and Slayer teacher, he will tell you to get back to work. A lot of the times he's just,
But it's just him trying to let us know that we need to have hard work.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right, and so they shift a lot of the responsibility of completing the assignments to you
Yes.
instead of. I don't know, I'm gonna talk to Ms. Russell for a minute. Do the teachers at an academy like Fame, are they under the same kind of restrictions that a traditional public school teacher? You know, where the students have to complete this class, they have to have, the school is graded on those completions, things like
Well,
that?
all of our students graduate with diploma from their sending school, so they will all have a
Okay.
and they follow the same guidelines as the regular high school. They take 4 Englishes, 3 maths, 4 history, 3 sciences, and then electives. But they get to choose which ones they're taking at what time. But they all have to take it as 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay,
and they can take it through books. We do lessons, and then
Yeah.
we also do online.
Like we do we have like special lessons, like where we'll like have one day out of like a month or so or 9 weeks. Like kind of a week where we'll switch classes, go to a separate teacher.
Yep.
And they'll kind of teach us like a set thing. Like the other day, we went to Mr. Hawkins' classroom, where about
Music, way it affects your
and
moods.
the way it affects your moves. and
We
your
just
mind.
recently, my class just recently went to their class, Mr. Bowles over there at Holocaust.
Yeah.
okay, very nice. So there's just a little more freedom. Of
The
the structure,
Same, or the.
same requirements to get the diploma, but
An alternative.
an alternative way to do it.
And they have some say, and then they go to Lauren,
Yeah.
you know, they go to a specific class, she teaches that.
Right, right. Oh, well, and that, you know what, that's a great segue into talking
Yeah.
about your art.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the art class for a minute. So, you guys have everybody's done, several different looking pieces here. I mean, I could tell that, there was probably a mosaic lesson. And then, you did mosaics or some things like that. But, tell us a little bit about art. I mean, first of all, what are some things like some art things that you have learned?
I've learned a lot about drawing.
About
A lot,
drawing.
a lot.
He's constantly drawing now. He has like 3 or 4 different things, up on the poster. where
Yeah, I love
Mr.
drawing.
Ball's drawing.
Uh-huh.
He has a picture of bass he drew up there, a truck, and they're all really good. too.
So what are like 2 or 3 things that you've learned about drawing?
Contrast, highlighting, shading, like, I've learned like, your drawings turn out a lot better without outlines, like being the space we're talking about in class earlier today. Like, if your drawing can look like it don't even have an outline, it's amazing.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So you just learned ways to improve. Have you always been kind of a doodler? You like to draw and
Yes.
sketch
That's
things?
a lot of the ways I would pass time whenever I was in a school that I didn't like.
Right.
So I just sit there and draw all hour and I would get in trouble for it, but when I'm at Fame, I don't get in trouble for drawing,
Oh,
so.
Mr. Bowles is like, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, what about you, Angie? How's the art class been like
it's
for you?
so.
Describe that.
Art class has always been something that that I definitely look forward to. I was always an artsy student. I used to get in troubles at Comanche and Grandview for drawing in class.
Yeah, I hated getting in trouble for. drawing.
But the first thing he said to me when I came into Grandview, he was like, "You're not supposed to be drawing in class." I just like looked at him and I said, "Okay, and."
And then after that, I was just like, I just watch it, be like, what are you
Yeah, that's how it always was, whether it was a Grandview Comanche, everyone knew I was always drawing and I was always doing something. So what really caught my attention in the art class was the pottery.
doing? The pottery.
The mosaics, honestly, I found the mosaics kind
I
of.
love mosaics too.
That's right. They're just,
It's just not your favorite.
it's just tedious.
Yeah.
Yeah, clipping all the little parts and then getting the little glass pieces everywhere. I got a little tiny chunk of glass stuck in my finger, in between my fingers. I couldn't get it out.
I think mosaics are more on the side for like people that look up to a challenge, they're like.
It's
Yeah,
definitely. a
It's
challenge.
definitely.
Really
Like
challenging.
details.
It's
It seems like it's a bit of a puzzle.
Yeah, it
It is.
like a jigsaw.
Except for your grading pieces.
Yeah.
They're not already cut for you. You have to figure them out, put them in there, fit them in there. So Zach, what about you? I noticed we don't have a mosaic from you, but we have
Yeah,
another.
I did art sophomore year with Miss Pace, and I have a mosaic and a bunch of other stuff. And then junior year, I started going to Votech for AST, and so I kind of didn't really do art last year. And then this year, I asked to be put into the art to the art class because I just like making, I like pottery.
Right,
Oh.
right. So tell me, what is AST?
Auto service technician.
Is that like your
Yeah.
career you're looking to do sometime?
Most definitely that, or probably get back out in the local field. I dabbled in that over the summer.
Okay, all right.
Water transfer crew.
Uh-huh. Okay, awesome. All right, now, so I take it, are you a
New York Giants.
Giants fan?
Yes.
Okay. Where did this love of the New York Giants come from?
My
Just
father.
curious. Your mom?
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right. So these, I don't know, what do you call it? Is it just a container?
It's
of
just like a
some
little
sort?
box.
A
Just a
box?
box.
Just
Yeah.
box, but like you can drop some necklaces or something.
Anything in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can put finish anything. It's
so,
crazy, with all the different
and-
colors.
I mean, yeah, made it all kinds of colors on the
I
inside.
just wanted a bunch of different colors everywhere. That's why I did mine in a tray like this too.
Mhm. So how is some of it like super shiny and some of it like a matte finish?
It's just the different glosses that Miss Pace has on her shelf. She has a whole wall.
Of
Yeah,
glitter?
just a shelf,
Different.
probably about as long as that.
Yeah,
wall.
probably.
Yeah.
Back here, like, have different textures, different
Yeah,
looks.
different
Some of
looks, just
like-
the way they react in the kiln and everything. Like these were all totally
Put that
different
for
colors.
the camera to see there.
These were all different colors when I first laid them out, and that's just the chemical reactions.
They were not red and brown and black.
Well,
Some of them aren't like that.
well, some of them can be like like,
When I put this on here, it looked like a, you know, like a flower pot, like.
yeah,
turn-
yeah, like that.
It's turning colors out.
Really?
I put it on here and
Oh,
then she
yeah.
glazed or fired it and it came out like this.
Yeah, the firing.
Some things
Yeah.
don't look completely.
Oh, yeah, the firing process of all your pottery and stuff changes the way it looks completely.
Uh-huh.
It has a chemical reaction with all the colors and everything, and that's how they turn out the way they do.
Wow, that would be quite a thing to just swing something off the
Just
table
that one.
live with it. This intrigued me.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
that
that's cool.
difficult to put on there?
Not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I started off by making all of these different pieces and then scratching and slipping them all together. And then to keep it on there,
Yes.
I put another, I don't even know that I used a
Did you use-
coil.
You didn't use a coil, did you just scratch and slip?
I just scratched and slipped it on there and it held it up. And I was scared that it was gonna break,
was gonna come off.
but it didn't.
My leg
It
broke.
is.
Fire.
Oh, yeah. I'm so proud of it. Yeah, I just think that is a very cool. piece. So are you guys always just kind of anxiously awaiting everyone's pieces to come out?
Everybody's always trying to sneak into the art class.
And look at everyone else's stuff.
Yeah.
Miss Pace or Miss Russell's like, yeah.
So like, we're about to have another class in here.
That's
It's pretty
fun.
cool.
That's very fun. So, this is an interesting piece, Slayer. So what is that?
It's actually the same thing I used for my tray to color it.
Oh,
but-
really?
Yeah, it was, so what it was just someone had made this slab tile and they had forgotten to use it for whatever they were possibly gonna do with it.
Right?
And Miss Pace said that she didn't know what to do with it and asked me if I wanted to do anything with it. And then I was like, yeah, I'll do something. And so I painted the background white and then I did the outlining of the flower in the middle of it. And then I painted the petals and the stem and it's a sunflower.
It's so cute. I mean, it's a very fun, it almost looks like a giant coaster. Or maybe
That's
or something for,
what I was thinking to use.
took something out of the oven or off the stove or something.
They're called, but you
Yeah.
said hot stuff.
Yeah.
Like a koozie, I think is what they're called.
Well, I just went like a, I don't know,
Oh,
trivet.
there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that'll work. That's a good word for it. Thanks, Miss Russell, to come to the rescue. Okay, so guys. What is the thing about art What do you think, how does art affect you whenever you are in there creating things?
For me,
I get really excited. I get happy.
for me, it's like everything that I've been stressing through like the whole weekend or like the whole day. It just all goes away whenever.
Yeah, 'cause you're just
Sitting there
focusing
working
on
on
one
what I've
thing.
created and
Oh,
it just relieves all of my stress and I feel so much better.
With-
And
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, you're okay. And even like the feeling after you finish your piece, and like see it
And like,
after it's done.
like once you actually see it, like when she brings our pottery in from the kiln and you're walking in and seeing it for the first time, you're like.
Yeah, you're like.
Yeah.
I really did that.
Is this Starry Night?
Yes, Van Gogh.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I mean, that is, I just find that to be very impressive that you mosaic that,
Oh, it was- it was-
I don't know if mosaic. ED.
Mosaic did,
Yeah,
mosaic.
mosaic, I don't know if that's a word or not, we just made one up, right here on Trail Talk, happened today. If this, but that is, it's lovely, it really is.
I'm pretty proud of it. I love Van Gogh's work. a lot.
Mm,
Personally, art isn't just like something you make, it's something, it's
You
for
put
me.
a lot of hard work into.
For me, I express my emotions through art.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I can't think of the word. Portray, but, anytime I make a piece of art, usually something from it is coming from within, like
Right.
some kind of
Reflect
piece
yourself
of it.
on your-
Yes, a lot of self-reflection is put into my art,
mhm,
and it's been like that ever since I was a little kid.
mhm.
So art is a very anti-stressful thing for me. It helps me a lot. It's a healthy coping mechanism.
There you go,
Yes.
there you go, yeah, yeah. And it just makes you happy.
Yeah, like.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
Just, I like just getting in there and trying to work on my stuff, trying to get it done.
And then when it's finished,
And when it's finished, if you can actually see it.
The finished product.
it always gives you such a good feeling.
It really
like-
does, like, it's like when you're building a freaking 450 big block.
Yep.
And it's finally done and you're dropping it in,
Smack those heads on there.
smack them on it.
This is Trail Talk gone car talk. Okay, so did any of you guys, do you ever like think of yourselves as artists?
Honestly, I do, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm always thought like, for
I'm
me, it would be my luck. My art wouldn't get noticed until I was like long gone, you know, like most of the artists nowadays.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd like to be a freelance artist.
Yes, I would
going to
too.
Votech for graphic design.
Dude,
I did not ask you yet, what your career choice is.
Graphic design, I'm sending my applications. I'm hoping that could put me on a path to where I can be making, and selling my own art. Maybe taking commissions and, for Mr. Hawkins, yeah, my teacher, Mr. Hawkins, he's gonna try to help me get a job and help me get my designs printed on the guitar pedals.
It's pedal.
I thought it would be cool because I play guitar. You know.
Yeah.
Designs for different
Yeah.
pedals made up and everything.
Wow, that is a great idea. I just love, I love your enthusiasm. I love that you all consider yourselves artists. Miss Pace. Well done. Job well done.
We're so sad.
Be a little weepy, y'all. I love that and I love, I didn't know you guys before. Okay, I am getting emotional now. I didn't know you guys before, 30 minutes ago or whatever. But, I can sense that your lives have been turned around and you probably had a day when looking in the future meant maybe tomorrow,
Yeah.
not career choices
Yeah.
that are years away.
There was a time where I couldn't look into the future without being scared.
Right. I mean, and so the people at Fame, I'm not just gonna call it Fame Academy, the people at Fame invested in you guys, accepted you as you are, and have given you tools to make a successful life, right, for yourselves. I mean, if that isn't
They
like,
work hard. Sometimes I'd say they're working harder for our futures than we are, really.
Yeah,
They're-
definitely.
Just,
There,
That is.
I won't say names, of course, but there are
Yeah.
definitely times where the teachers work harder with us than the students themselves.
Mm.
Or-
I am really appreciating your camaraderie also. It seems like, you guys are there for each other. You're not just on this journey with each other. You're there for each other.
Hang out pretty much every day.
Yeah. I,
after school.
Me and Benji, we've hung out a couple times outside of.
Benji.
We know each other's.
She
My-
comes to my house.
Yeah, I go to his house all the time because my mom is with his girlfriend's uncle.
oh, okay, so there's a little connection there outside of school. Well, I just love all this. You guys give me like all kinds of hope for the future around here, you know? I mean, I love talking to young people who have, you may not know exactly what you're gonna do. You know, we're trying to play it array, but around some ideas, you know, but you've got some ideas, you know, you have a future. And I mean, that's awesome. And this art that you have created that is here in our art gallery, displayed just like we would from people who are professional artists who create art as their way of life. That is how your art is displayed here. I mean, I think that these pieces are beautiful, and the fact that there are a little bit of you here, you know, think of all the people who have art in here. We just got a little bit of everybody spread around in this room. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'm super excited. Do you guys have anything else that you'd like to say about school or your art or just anything?
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for fame.
I wouldn't be here either. I'd probably be dropped out.
Right, not knowing much.
It has been a privilege to get to go to.
It truly has. I
Changed my life a lot.
was definitely a different person when I joined fame. I was a lot more angrier.
Me too.
I was a lot more angrier at things and.
Mhm.
Oh, I was
Just like inside of.
I
Yeah.
so much anger when I first got to fame.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there were days where Miss Russell would just let me go sit in another classroom, to get away from everyone.
Yeah.
I used to like,
There'd be days where, I thought I hated Miss Russell and I hated the school, but now I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm so thankful to have got to go here.
Like, there's definitely,
It's such an experience.
like, everything has the moments, like, there's definitely moments at fame to where like we get fed up. But in the end, we really realize how grateful we are to have the opportunities. to go
School
there.
should not be something that a kid has to wake up and just.
It just
It should
completely.
not, it should be a safe, healthy environment where you thrive and you can learn, because you're never gonna learn or get anything out of school unless you're happy and you're healthy where you are. And I've never felt that until I've never fit in so well until I came.
before I used to, I was told myself that, or thought to myself that I've needed somebody to talk to, or like a counselor or something like that, you know, but now
That's actually who
I'm
recommended
talking
me to find
a lot of my teachers. I'll talk to Miss Russell or Mr. Hawkins or Mr. Bowles or Miss Percival or even Miss Pace, and it makes me feel a lot better
The teachers
They're
aren't
all-
there to just be teachers. They're
Yeah.
there
to talk to
actually
you.
help us grow, help us learn. They want to see us good. They don't just want to watch us come in,
And then.
get what we need to get done so that they can get their pay. They actually care about who we are on
They
the
want to see
inside.
us succeed.
They
Right.
I don't
Right.
think they're taking students just to kick them out of the nest.
Yeah.
They take them in and give them what they need, and they actually care.
Right. Oh, man, this commercial paid for by, I mean, honestly, guys, I love it that you are expressing how you feel about fame, because I think it's important for people to know that all alternative educations really do what they are supposed to do.
And a lot of people look at alternative
Oh,
education.
that's like with bad kids.
Yeah. there's a lot of-
Like you gotta be a bad kid to go to an alternative school. Oh, you gotta do this.
And you're like to a public school and there's kids smoking in bathrooms.
There are just circumstances, every one of you, your circumstances were different. You are at Fame for different reasons, but at the end, you are all a success. Yes, you're together and you are a success. And I mean, I feel like that's just like putting a big bow on your education. for
It
you.
is.
And the-
It's making your education a gift.
It is. I
The main
can't
thing-
agree with that more.
The
That's.
main thing I like about Fame is, and what we were talking about with Miss Russell and Benji, when we were on the way over here, is everybody at Fame has their own story. their own backstory. They have things that they've been through and they have things that they've seen, you know, and one thing I've learned at Fame is you don't just, like Miss Russell said, you don't instantly go off on somebody if they're having a bad day or something.
Yeah.
You ask them why they're acting this way,
Yeah,
what
what's
they,
going on?
you know,
I talk to them. If you walk into class and Mr. Bowles can physically notice you having a bad day, he'll be like, you good?
yeah, he instantly asks.
He means it truthfully.
And all
He's
the
like,
teachers are like that.
oh, yeah.
I've had Mr. Hawkins ask me more than once in one day, hey, are you feeling okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just
And
not
even if
feeling
it's I where I know I'm not feeling okay, sometimes I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good."
Yeah,
But,
Well, it may not be good, but it's better than
yeah,
it had been, right? Because you're still at school. You've gone to your safe place and you know, that's good. That's awesome. So are you gonna get to continue the art program?
Oh, yes, we're.
Okay.
We're still gonna have. art.
Okay, just making sure we've got art covered at Fame.
Art, we're in art school. We do math and others, but our kids, they're artists.
They are 100%. And you might notice we have an Oklahoma Arts Council sign over here because they sponsor the art program in part.
Well, they pay.
Yeah,
for-
couldn't make them enough.
The art council grant pays for our art teacher, Mrs. Pace, and then we got a supply grant that pays for our supplies. So without the Oklahoma Art Council, it would be hard to have art.
Right, so shout out to the Oklahoma Arts
Imagine
Council.
Fame, if Fame didn't have art,
It would
it'd
be,
be so
it's
weird.
like art is such a big
Big
thing.
art, yeah, like as soon as you walk into the doors, we have
Art on-
bits on the walls, we have.
Yeah, we have
cabinets full of
big
art.
mosaics.
What does Fame stand for? Does it stand for something? Oh, I stumped him. I didn't know that. I used to get a heads up.
it does, I know it does stand for something, because that paper you gave us the other day, it had,
Cause we're famous.
it was something alternative,
Means of
something of
education.
education, means of education, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was. We like to just call it Fame around here.
Yeah.
Fame. for
That's how we do it.
I didn't know.
Slayer, Benji, Zach, you guys have been probably the most fun people I have ever had as guests on Trail Talk.
Thank you so much.
It was so great to see you. Yeah.
I was really nervous at first. I was kind of nervous. Yes.
Pretty chill, right? Yes. Well, if you want to see their art, it's going to be here for the entire month of March, along with tons of other art from Fame, from Duncan, Walters, Elgin, Marlowe, some homeschool students submitted art, one from the Lawton School of Art, Math and Science, yes.
So FAME stands for Focusing on Alternative Methods in Education.
Thank you.
We're making our researcher, Cindy Marie, get that all, looked up for us. Thank you, sir. Anyway, you guys come by tomorrow evening from 4:30 to 6:30. We are hosting a reception for these artists. Hopefully you guys will be here.
Yes.
I'll try.
You go to a car show tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
I might be back in time.
At least you're.
okay, all right. Zach might not be here, so you might not get his autograph, but you can.
It's tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told China that it.
Yeah.
I should be here.
Yeah, from 4:30 to 6:30.
Grabbing your.
Now, in conjunction with the Chisholm Trail Arts Council, who also help sponsor and host Youth Art Month, there will be a reception from 5:30 to 7:30. Fame students only have art here at the Heritage Center, but some of these other students will have art at the Arts Council too. So just in case you're up for driving around a little bit tomorrow night. Anyway, we are thrilled that you watched Trail Talk with us today, and we hope you'll come by and check out this art during the month. And guys, when we sign off, we always say happy trails together. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Happy trails.